guys so much. I know what you're thinking. Uh-oh, she's hot. I know, girls can't be hot and funny at the same time, but I'm about to blow your mind. Thank you. So my name is Taylor Kellar, no relation to Helen, just kidding. She's actually a third cousin, like twice removed. We're just really embarrassed of her. I'm just kidding. So I got started in stand-up because I recently got out of a long-term relationship. Woo, congratulations! Thank you, I know that's right. So I'm starting stand-up because I wanted to talk about all the jokes on dating. Thank you. So here's something that many of you might not know when you're like in this current dating society, whatever. When you go out and you talk with your girlfriends about the people that you're seeing, you like to give people nicknames, and usually these nicknames are like a defining quality about that person. So like, for example, one of my friends was seeing this guy she called Sneaky Link. I had someone that I was talking about, he was so proud about his fifth toe. We all have 5 toes on each foot, but okay, go off, king. There was someone who slid into my DMs that I call diabetes, and you're like, oh, what, was he so sweet? No, he had fucking type 2 diabetes, so. But recently, I was out on a date with this guy, and I was telling him that joke, and he was like, oh yeah? What would my nickname be? And first of all, how fucking bold do you have to be to ask what your nickname is? And anyway, his name is Matt. So, and before we continue, if you're like, oh, are you worried about talking about Matt? He's got commitment issues, so I know he was not going to show up tonight. Anyway, but Matt and I have known each other since high school, which is like really, really weird, because in high school, I promised myself that I was going to wait until marriage, and that I wasn't going to touch drugs and alcohol, and like, I was the ultimate good noodle. Now, I am still a very good noodle, just with a few secrets. Don't tell my parents. Another thing about me is that I'm a feminist. Yay, women! We love women, right? And I don't like to call myself a man-hating feminist, but if the shoe fits, it's a size 7, so it does. One of my pet peeves as a feminist is mansplaining. Could you explain to me what mansplaining is? We don't need you to explain it. Anyway, thank you. It's a man. Anyway. So, yeah, men. I need someone to really, a man in particular, to mansplain what being emotionally unavailable is. Like, what is that? Like, do you just call up your emotions and you're like, oh, we're sorry, the inbox for your emotions is full and you cannot leave a message, please try again later. Like, what is that? I mean, what, you're afraid of feeling your fucking feelings, you pussy? Like, come on. In this fun dating world, I've learned a few terms. Do we know the term gaslighting? Yeah, you know what gaslighting is. Don't be crazy, you know what gaslighting is. And also a new one that I've learned is breadcrumbing, which is when someone likes your Instagram or sends you a DM, but there's no follow through. It's enough to just keep you on the hook, not enough to really engage with you. But there's one that I've come up with, and I'm gonna need you all to go back to your high school English class with me, all right? Remember back in your English class when you read Hamlet by William Shakespeare? Can we get a woo for Hamlet? Woo! All right, I knew I liked this audience. So basically, Hamlet is this guy. His uncle basically kills his dad to marry his mom. Awkward, really weird. But anyway, he's got this boo thing called Ophelia, and he says to Ophelia, "Hey girl, I love you, and we are going to be together, and I'm going to situate my family shit so that we can be together, I promise you. And Ophelia's like, yes, I get you, eggplant emoji, like, let's go. Then, Hamlet, like, essentially can't figure out his shit, and comes back to Ophelia and says, hey girl, you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about, you should become a nun and go back and go sell yourself to a nunnery. And Ophelia goes, cool, okay, I'm gonna kill myself by drowning. So anyway, all of this to say, that's called Denmarking, and if you see me at the Schuylkill River, please come get me because it's not gonna end well. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taylor. Thank you so much for coming.